Testing microphone 1, 2. Testing microphone 1, 2. What's going on tonight, everybody? Biff back with you again this evening for a little more Fields of Fire. If I'm going to be streaming this summer when my daughter's off school, it's going to have to be at night. I just spent probably about an hour just working on some other stuff, getting some stuff cleaned up. So I might be able to be on for about an hour. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, we got our game rules up here. Let's see, we did have our game rules up here. Adobe Reader. Here we go, there it is. Just go through the different things up here, and then we've got the game over here on this screen. This is on Tabletop Simulator, a really cool engine where you can basically take your favorite tabletop games and convert them to digital. This has a lot of features that I'm not familiar with. I wish they would include some type of tutorial, because there's a lot of things you can do like that I didn't know of when I first started playing. Like, for example, you've got these are called limited action teams. Well, I kept trying to figure out how to get where the other teams were, because you can have an assault team, you can have a fire team, a paralyzed team, litter team, and a casualty. So I didn't realize that you can come down here and go to state. So you can see if you mouse over here, it shows you that like asterisk kind of icon. You come down here, it shows you the asterisk icon, change to the next state. You can change it. You can change the counter to the state that you want it to be in. Like, this is the litter team. This is the paralyzed team, etc. So, pretty cool. So, actually, I think this fire team comes down here. Yeah, this was destroyed. I've destroyed with my heavy weapons, mortars and stuff like that. I've destroyed 2 of their machine gun nests that were here. This one is still pinned. We are on to turn 7. Cleanup phase. Pyrotechnics, value casualties. I think I just put a casualty over here in the casualty collection area. Your company headquarters, or I think it's any leader, can designate an area for casualty collection where you would put your casualties. But like this, we would need to have like a squad pick this up and carry it over here. So right now, we are on the verge of completing. Can I go bump this up one more? I don't think I can, to 200. No, 200 will take it kind of off. Offline there. So this is 48. This is a complete counter mix available for enemy placements in this course. Potential context system calls for placement of enemy counters which are already in use. Ignore the draw. Select from packages that you are able to place. If nothing is available, there's no contact. See. Station. In addition to the objective listed for CAC Run 1, You must clear all of the PC markers. Now, I could not find any objectives for PC Run 1 for CAC Run 1. So CAC Run 1 was back here like on page 34. Yeah, Run 1. This is the same map. We're using the same map for everything. Talks about the mortars here. The objectives to use 2 platoons to eliminate all enemies on the map in 10 turns. So basically, we only need to eliminate this enemy and whatever the potential contact here might be. So this is pinned. And so I think what I'm going to do is I need to send a well, let's come back here and resolve the cleanup phase. I think I already did cleanup for this turn. Yeah, because all of the exposed markers are done. So they are still under a incoming VOF until this part of next turn. Well, the current turn, turn 7. And so they cannot see outside of this. That's why there's no PDF marker pointing the other direction. Because they cannot see outside of the card. They cannot see outside of the gully because of all the smoke, dust, dirt, probably bodies that have been thrown up into the air from these mortar impacts, 81 millimeter mortar. And so they, their heads are down, they're pinned, their heads are down, and they are a fire team, and they are just kind of holding on. So they do have close, so once this lifts, see, I don't think I did this right last time though. Should have been, they weren't pinned, so it should have been +1 for Foxhole. Now I did find an answer for Shroom. If you tune in to this one, Shroom, at some point, I did find an answer for this. So it looks like, oh no, this was for the Woods one. The Orchard Grove. So it looks like this would be added into this. So it says, let me try to find that. It's I started up a question and answer thing here. 5.2.3. So I'm going to go out here real quick into my let's go. I'm going to open this up. Um, 5.2.3 explains cover and concealment. And the burst icon, which I was wondering about for a long time. Let's save this. Minimize this. every time. Every time. Stream health and that, okay. All right. Coming back over here. And then let me come over here. Where is, okay, here we go. See if that'll bring that back up. Okay. 5.2.3. Because I'm in the wrong one, I need to go into the rules. 5.2.3. Okay, cover and concealment value. This is what we're wondering about. And I was especially wondering about this icon right here. If a terrain card has a VOF marker on it, that card confers on its occupants its basic cover and concealment value as part of the net combat modifier. Some cards have two cover and concealment values, with the higher value in larger text above the smaller, lower value. Determine the cover and concealment value according to the following points. Use the higher cover and concealment number if any fire is coming across a dark border. Any fire. Use the lower number if all fire is coming across the white borders or as incoming fire. So I was correct in assuming that for this, there's no fire coming across here because there's another section, and it might be part of this, is that the mortar observer is here, and so the trajectory of the shell coming in is supposed to be in line with where the mortar observer is observing. Like, for example, it'll come in this way, or if the mortar observer was observing something over here through this field or whatever, they can't because of the hill, but it would go this way. And so there, the terrain modifier would be modified by this corner right here. And so I was right in assuming that it's going to be the lower number, the +1, because it's going across the white border here. Oh man, I'm tired. Let me go over that again. Well, actually, let me go back here. Now that is something that I read. I read about that, about where this fire comes from, on a something on Board Game Geek. They said if you assume that the fire is coming from like behind where the mortar or the fire or the artillery forward observer is observing from. So that means it'd be coming from like this column into this card right here, because the mortar forward observer is right here. So anyways, what this is saying is that use the higher cover and concealment if any fire is coming across the dark borders. Use the lower number if all the fire is coming across the white borders. And then if a card has a burst icon on it, add the value in that icon to any incoming volume of fire in addition to the card's cover and concealment. Okay. So we'd use the cover and concealment. You'd use you'd add the cover and concealment and the number on the burst icon. So it's like they offset each other. So it's like in this case, they would offset each other. You'd have the burst. Oh wait, where's the? I'm not even looking at that one. Here you'd have the +1 from the cover and concealment, or the woods is the one I was looking at. You'd have the -1 added to +2 would be +1, and then minus any VOFs or anything on this card. Oh, this is the one we were looking at. You've got the VOF -1 +1, so it'd be a net 0. You add all of these together. At least that's what that seems like it's saying. You add the value in that icon to any incoming VOF in addition to the cover and concealment. It's kind of confusing. That's why I wish sometimes it was a step-by-step thing. To be fair, in these, sometimes they do a step-by-step. They'll do a step-by-step. They'll say, if a card has a burst icon on it, add that icon, and then there'll be another bullet to the incoming VOF and the cover and concealment. Like you add all three of them and give you an example. But sometimes in rules like this, sometimes when it's prose instead of like bullet points and stuff, it can sometimes be hard to understand. Instead of just laying out like bullet points or like 1, 2, 3, or an example here, when it's kind of prosy and they're just trying to explain it to you like this, it can be confusing. So anyways, that's one of the things I found. So I'm starting a list. I'm starting a list of questions for the game. Okay. So let's go back. We're on turn 7. I think we're done here. Just VOF, PDF, and activity levels. So we're right now, we got a VOF here because of these two. We got a VOF here. So we're still at engaged right here. So we're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're going to do friendly command phase. We're going to activate the CO. Flip him over and draw 4 commands. He got 4. He got 4, but he gets 5 because, oh no, he's not in cover anymore. He's not in cover. So he only gets the 4. On top of the 6 that he has. He's going to activate the first and the second. First platoon is going to draw 4, 3. Where is first platoon? First platoon is undercover. I think that would get him another additional undercover +1 for HQ or staff status. So he gets 4. 3, 4. He's got 10. And second platoon is over here. I believe they're undercover. They are. Let's see if I can get any orders. 5. Okay, so we should be able to get this done this turn. We just have to clear this and the potential contact. I've been fortunate because one of the earlier scenarios that I played in this, I had 1 row of potential contacts, and I got contact on all 4 of them. I had 3 machine gun teams. It might have been one of the earlier versions of this course. It might have been the PAC, the potential PCA, the potential contact activation, how they teach you how to do that. I had 3 machine guns, and they all came out. In fact, The fourth one that I drew, the fourth potential contact that I drew, was also machine gun, but I didn't have any left because they had all been drawn uh, in an earlier activation. I'm just like, give me a break, game. Give me a break. All right, so I guess I could actually bypass, go up into these open fields. Just wondering about maybe close assaulting. That fire team's not doing me any good. Really. Here, though, I've got a grenade. I got the mortar. Got the LMG. I guess I can try to grenade because this guy's got a lot of orders. What we're going to do is we're going to tell the grenade guy first. Try to put a grenade in that foxhole. Have to make a grenade check. 2 cards. Okay, so we're going to have you try to lob a grenade into that foxhole. Now, the interesting thing is, I was just saying, this volume of fire here, mortars, it keeps the foxhole, it stops any line of sight coming out of the card, but it does not prevent line of sight into the card. Like, we can see them, but they can't see us. Maybe it's kind of the idea that we saw them and we know where they are. And maybe in the confusion and everything of this, the mortar barrage coming down, they're kind of losing track of where we are. I don't know. I'd kind of like to eliminate that. I'd kind of like to eliminate that before I go in to check that potential contact. But I'm running out of time. So let's try anti-tank. Let's draw 2 cards, look for a grenade. Who is this second platoon running this show? Okay, you're going to drop an order there. Looking for a grenade icon on here. Don't get it. We're going to exhort him to try it again. Draw 1 card. Didn't get it. Okay. So we're going to try the mortar, forward observer. We're going to have him try to call down more fire into this hex, into this card, into this area. He is calling for off-map fire. You draw 2 cards. I'm looking for a burst icon like this right here. 1, 2, nope. Exhort. 3, nope. So this is what we're going to do instead. Did I move him down? I don't think I did. For the, we are going to send, we're going to try to infiltrate the machine gun up into the hex. To do that, we need to get this icon on one of 2 cards. We come over here, we look at the, we flip this over to the movement side. Attempt to infiltrate an adjacent card. We draw 2 cards. We do not have a tripod on our machine gun. It's a light machine gun. This is the tripod symbol that would show up, and it does not have an H VOF rating. Either the origin card or the intended destination card must have a VOF marker on it. Draw action cards, check for the infill icon. If it is present, then the attempt succeeds. If not, then you still have to go in there under an exposed marker. I think that was there. So now we're going to try to infiltrate on that card. 1, 2, nope. And I don't think I can exhort them now because they're already on the card. We're going to the platoon, or yeah. The platoon HQ is going to come out of cover. Now he's exposed. He's exposed. And he's going to tell the second platoon, go up there and support the machine gun. Try to infiltrate. He's like, yes, sir. I don't know if I'm using the right amount of orders here. Try to infiltrate. He does not infiltrate. He is also marked exposed. So these guys are actually going to let me do this real quick. We are going to he's going to give a command to tell everybody on this card to he can't. As soon as I tell them to cease fire, they're going to open up fire again. Wow. Big result tonight in Dallas. Big result tonight in the NHL in Dallas. So, you know, these guys didn't have to do this because we have automatic weapons fire on this card anyways. I'll just leave it. I just kind of want to get done with this. But we had all the fire that we needed on this card anyways. So these guys didn't. The only reason these guys needed to move in here was to resolve this potential contact, which I could have done by just breaking off an assault team and sending them up there. But I'll just leave them up there. Would have been nice if I could have gotten 1 infiltrate out of 6 cards drawn. 3 for this one. No, did I draw? No, 4. 4 for this one, 4 for this one. Let's see. Let's do this. Excuse me. Thank you. Just a little sneeze action there. So I'm going to try to get these guys to stop firing here. We're going to get these guys both out of cover. That'll be these guys are all attached, I think, to first platoon. So first platoon orders those guys out of cover. That's 2. Then we're going to do a platoon move. We're going to try to do a platoon move as infiltrate. All right, so let's go back here to movement. Attempt to infiltrate. Attempt to have a platoon infiltrate an adjacent card. Oh, can I? Yeah, it's still got a POF on there. A VOF, I mean. All units move to the same card, units not on the card. So they all draw 2. Have each unit in the platoon perform an attempt to infiltrate on an adjacent card. Okay. I guess the CO could have... Let's have the CO spend an order. Instead of you doing it, it doesn't matter. Let's have the CO spend his own order. All right, so these guys all have to draw. I don't know if I have to draw randomly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 5, it's 5. So we're drawing first for the bazooka. Looking for the infiltrate symbol. There it is. So these guys do not get marked. Draw a card. We're looking on 4 now. 4 is 3. 1, 2, 3. The artillery forward observer is looking for 1. He doesn't get 1, so he's marked exposed. Oh, you know what? Exposed. We can actually try to shoot across here. I don't want to do that now because I got this going on over here. We'll see what we can do with that. Okay, so now we're looking at 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 is a 3. Mortar section is looking for... He's going to be separate. 1, 2, 3. The mortar section is going to be looking for 1. I think I already did. I already did him, right? I don't remember. I'm tired. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if I found one with the Artie or with this. Let's just go 1, 2. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Let's go 1, 2. 2 is a 2, so we're looking for 1 for them. They found 1, so they do not get marked with exposed. And now the first platoon HQ, we're just going to draw 2 cards for him. He does not get marked with exposed. And then we're going to look for 1 for the CO. I'm not sure if I already did all this or not. 1, 2. He doesn't get exposed. We're going to reshuffle. So none of these guys are exposed. But that was the platoon one. That was 2 orders. So I have to actually move the platoon, first platoon marker down here. Hang on 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. For giving me a break, I had to blow my nose. I had to blow my nose. Let's see. Staff initiative. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't have moved these guys up here, I don't think. But we'll see what happens. I don't want to move these guys over to the open field. There's no cover there. I'm kind of just moving this through this real quick now. Let's see how many general initiatives I get. I get 2. So with the 2, these guys are both going to look for cover. Got to do it randomly. So on a 1 and a 2, a 2 is a 1. So this unit here is going to look for cover. I got to draw cover, 2 cards. 1, 2. He found cover. So I'm going to mark you with cover. And then he's going to try to find cover with a 1, 1, 2. And he did not find cover. So he's still out in the open. So the machine gun's got cover. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to do that. Machine gun doesn't have cover. Because I could have just told him. I just could have told the machine gun. So let's do that instead. As my my second order is going to be just to have the machine gun move into the cover. Got to start thinking like thinking that they don't have to look for their own separate cover. Okay, let's see. We're going to look for the enemy activity check. This is going to change because we have VOF, 2 VOF markers out there, and we have enemy and a friendly unit on the same card together. So we are now heavily engaged. At least one card with a VOF has both enemy and friendly units on it. We are now heavily engaged. Changing the state to heavily engaged. So when we draw cards for that BPC marker, we're going to be drawing only 2 cards to see if there's going to be contact. That's another reason why it was a good idea to move these guys up here. But this guy is, they are pinned, fire team pinned, undercover with an enemy. So this is the enemy activity check segment. There's only one enemy left on the map, so it's that one. So we come over here. It's pinned. So we look under the enemy. It's a limited action team, and it's pinned. Pinned on the same card as an opposing unit and not undercover. Pinned on the same card as an opposing unit and undercover. So that's what it is. Now, the way this works is that you've got this big long list of possible actions. What you do is you find the first one that applies, and that's the one you use. We're going to draw a card. We're going to look for the 5. What's under the 5? The random number under 5 is 5. And so in this case, it falls back. There's no leader in there with the card, so it falls back. According to 8.6.3. So let's go find that. Let's go find 8.6.3. Let's see. Enemy units receive a fallback order as a result of an event or activity check will move towards their own side of the map, generally the top of the map. Choose a card to move with the following priorities. If more than one move fits, then determine it randomly. Off map, if unit is at their edge of the map or beyond the left to right boundaries. They're not off map. A card that is out of line of sight of any opposing units. No, because they will be in line of sight right here. The card with the highest cover value, including the value of existing available cover markers. This can include cards occupied by opposing units. In some scenarios, enemy units do not have a clear side to head towards. This is something I need to find out about too, because this unit for like the last 3 turns has not been able to see out of that card because of continual incoming mortar fire. Okay, fallback priorities. Off map, no. A card that is out of line of sight of any opposing units. Can't do that. The card with the highest cover value, including the value of existing available cover markers. So it would be back here in these woods. I guess they're still pinned. They leave the foxholes behind. They take with them. They take with them the volume of fire marker. They don't take the crossfire marker. Oh, actually, the fire team has small arms. So this changed. This changed here. This is small arms. There's no small arms fire here. So this goes away. This PDF goes away. This crossfire goes away. Because there's no enemy, there's no unit here that can generate a VOF on its own. This can generate a VOF of small arms fire, which this could change then to, there's no state on this one. But this one can generate, this one does generate. So let's go small, let's grab a small arms fire here. This now has small arms fire on it. This light machine gun. Where's the other unit that I brought in here? Where's the other unit that I brought in here? I brought 2 units in here. They're both exposed. Okay, let's see. There was another unit in here. Come on, game. I had another unit in here. Okay, this is generating a small arms fire in here. This is generating a rotate left. This is generating a automatic. Did he get brought up here with this? No. I had like a squad. I had a squad up here. Where did I accidentally pull them to? Here it is. How did he get down there? Okay. Interesting. One found cover, right? And the other one did. No, they're both undercover because one found cover and the other one joined the cover. I don't know how that happened. One's exposed, but they're both undercover. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so we got a small arms fire on here. This is going to be going away at the end of before combat. This one does not generate any fire, so there's no crossfire. But this one, the machine gun is firing up here at this unit still. It's got automatic weapons fire on it. This one now has only point blank fire. So see, if I had moved these guys over here, I could have gotten a crossfire on this one. That's what I should have done. Anyways, from what I can see, oh, see, that's the thing with having to move around. I'm looking at rules over here. I'm looking at rules over here. And then I'm coming back over here and I got the game up. And you guys are like, you're still looking at the rules. Dope. I'm like, no. Okay, what we did is this. We had him fall back. The fire team fell back to here. Okay. Because the machine gun is here, the machine gun now has a automatic weapons fire through this hex here. Of course, it's adjacent, so it's always going to be able to go into the next hex. And so there's automatic weapons fire right there. There's the PDF showing that. Technically, there's also small arms fire going on this one because of the squad. But the PDF is the automatic weapons better. I don't have crossfire. I have small arms fire coming from down here. From this fire team, they have small arms fire at close range, which is the next card over. So that's why there's small arms fire on this card, which will then, oh, you know what? When I do this, I'm going to have to draw 3 cards because we just went from engaged. We went from heavily engaged back to engaged because, and this is something that's really tricky. I mean, it's not tricky. It's just something you have to remember. Whenever the state of these things changes, VOF markers, PDF markers, units moving, it can affect the activity level, which then affects how contact and how these potential contact counters are drawn. So we were engaged because we had one card with a VOF on it with both an enemy and friendly units on it. That unit withdrew. So now we're engaged because we have 2 or more occupied cards under VOF markers. This card here and this card up here and this card over here. You know what? If I had an order, I could always do this. The platoon isn't exposed. The platoon could actually move up to this card. It can move twice. If you're not exposed, if you can infiltrate. It's something I read in the rules, or it's in one of those Board Game Geek things. But somebody pointed out the rules. I just didn't mark the reference down. You can infiltrate as long as there's a VOF card either on the card you're leaving, moving from, or the card you're moving to. You can infiltrate. You could successfully infiltrate on VOF markers all the way across the map. Because when you infiltrate successfully, you don't get marked exposed. So if you're marked exposed, you can't move again. If you're not marked exposed, you can move again to another card. Now, this machine gun could move. It was marked exposed when it moved to this card. It can, because it didn't successfully infiltrate. it can, even though it's exposed, it can move again on the same card, but it can't move to another card. But the second platoon, second squad, second platoon did infiltrate successfully, so they could actually move to another card because they're in a card with a VOF, and they're moving to a card with a VOF. I don't think that would really help with anything, but you could do that. So I think we resolved that to somebody's satisfaction, maybe my satisfaction. Can't move off map. Off map is at the edge of the map or beyond the left or right boundaries. A card that's out of line of sight of any opponent unit. Card with the highest cover value, including the value of existing available cover markers. So that would be that'd be this card here, the woods. I don't think it would stay here. It's basically being told to pull back. And there's actually more cover available in this one than there is in the gully. It could actually do a search for cover at some point. Okay, let's skip over this. Capture segment. Capture any paralyzed or litter team alone on the card. Unpin infantry units with a VOF rating from the opposing side. We don't have that. Check for effects of CS gas. Retreat any unpinned paralyzed team under a VOF marker, one card. No, these guys are not on VOF markers. Retreat. Check for retreat any unpinned. Oh, where? Fire mission update. This gets removed. We did not have any successful fire mission into that. Check for the PC marker. So we are under 1, 2, 3 VOF markers, but nobody's on adjacent cards. So we're engaged. PC marker B under engaged contact level is drawing 3. I think I'm going to get a contact. Nope, no contact. I've been extremely fortunate in this one to not get any not that I didn't get any. I think the only two I got the actually I did have 3 machine guns out here at one point. 2 of them were destroyed down here. I did have the 4 the artillery barrage coming in against me. So now remove pin markers from any vehicle infantry units that are not under a VOF marker. I don't think any of these guys down here are pinned. They're just all under. They're all like got their heads down. Should have told these guys. These guys look for cover. I should have figured this guy would retreat. But he didn't retreat the last couple of times. There was no action. He just hung out there like, I ain't moving anywhere. I was told to hold this gully, and I'm going to hold this gully. Combat effects. Determine the NCM. Well, let's do this card first. The NCM in this one is -1 automatic weapons, +1, +2. So it's -1, +1 offsets. It's got +2 for the woods. We're looking on the +2 line over here. This column +2 is a miss. So this is no longer pinned. He's just hanging out here in the woods. Now I wonder if he's exposed because he moved. I think he is. I'm gonna mark him exposed. So actually had a -2. So that would have been a 0. I think it's still a miss. Nope, he's pinned. Too bad. Because the rules say whenever a unit moves, it becomes exposed. And this unit, in pulling back, did move. And so it became exposed. It was still pinned. I'm assuming that it can move even though it's pinned. I should go on my questions list. I should have a voice recording of this. I'm going to be right back. Okay, just had to blow my nose again. I mean, I did look over here, right? I did look on the pinned thing. It was fallback. Pinned on same card, yeah, fall back. So it had to move. So it told us to move. He's pinned. He's moving. So he is exposed when he got here. So he's a +1, -2. So +3 -3 is a 0, and we drew a pin. So he stays pinned basically. So now we're going to resolve this. It's got a VOF on here. These guys are all normal. It says you don't have to, when you're doing these, you don't have to resolve them at random. So they're +1. These guys are all +1, so we're going to draw we're going to draw a +1 for all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll deal with I need 6 cards. Checking the +1. +1 is a hit. That's on the commander. Let's see what happens to him. I bet you he's dead. The scenario's over, so he is a fire team. Go get him. First platoon HQ +1. He is a hit. He is a litter team now. Go get him. You are a litter team. All right, so you can come back here. I think he can be oh, the Artie. Yeah, I think he was on here, right? Yeah, I had this. I didn't realize I had that unpacked. I think he can be reconstituted. But that would be bad, like that would be bad for the campaign to lose him like that. Because the next one that comes on would be green. The mortar section. Is it a +1? See what kind of damage we can do to the mortar section. He's hit. He is a litter team also. Oh, there's one litter team. There's one casualty. LC. One litter team. I'm going to pull a casualty. I'm going to pull a, well, at least the litter team. We have one mortar section, so we got to pull a mortar section out of here. There's first mortar over here. This was not a good idea to move them up in this. I think that mortar team cannot come back. And then we also need a, so we got the casualty. This is going to be pull a mortar team. So we're going to do a, we're just going to do one of these then. Pull him up here and set him to be a litter team. Per state. So now this guy is going to attempt to drag this guy back here to the casualty collection point, because that's what litter teams do. So now he's down to a one-step mortar team. Now the anti-tank gun. What kind of damage can we do to that one? That is a pin. How about this assault team? What kind of damage can we do to the assault team? That's a miss. The least important one. Well, not least important. The least consequential one. Gosh, man, I did a lot of damage to those guys. This can be reconstituted, I think, but the first sergeant I don't think can. Now, one more. This could be a -1. We got +1 up here, -2. That's a -1. So what kind of damage can we do on a -1 on this forward observer? That's a miss. I hit it twice. That's a miss. I'm going to put it back on top of there. He got missed. He's fortunate. Artillery forward observer made it. He made it. Now we get to do this one. These two guys. We've got +2. Yeah, just a small arms volume of fire. +2 for the platoon. No, +3 because he's undercover. +3. Let's see what kind of damage we can do on him. +3 is a miss. And then this one is, I don't know where this came from. Well, he's just, yeah. +1 plus +2 plus 1 is 3 minus 2. He's a +1. Uh-oh. +1 is a miss. He missed also. Nice. These guys really suffered over here. This was not a good move. I thought they'd be okay. I mean, they all infiltrated in there. You think, I don't know. You think the first one that infiltrates finds cover. And then any other single step unit that infiltrates gets to go into that cover. Maybe. But anyway, so that's combat, I believe. There's no more combat over here. That's done. He has another. Remove pyrotechnic, evacuate casualties from cards as a casualty. So it says the litter team basically picks up this casualty and gets to move. And he's going to drop him off down here in the casualty collection area. And drop him under here. You get points for that, I guess, in the... Now he could move back up here in the movement as long as he has orders to do it. Enemies firing cards without valid targets. There's a valid target here. Guy just does not want to go. And then remove any unresolved PC markers, reset mines, adjust VOF. Okay, so there's no valid target. So this one is, oh, I think he keeps firing in here until he gets an order to stop. Same with these guys. I think what I got to do is I got to send. I don't have anybody over here to send over here to tell these guys to stop. Stop. Please stop. Please stop shooting at us. Okay, I can send this guy over here to tell them to stop. Yeah, let's just keep going and just try to finish this up. I think we're done. That one. Nope, 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 nope. We cannot activate the CO because he's a fire team. I don't think I can get any orders, right? He can't give any orders, so I have to come down here. These guys would have all been flipped over. Your activation's complete, I'm afraid, forever. The first platoon, he's gone. He's a litter team now. He's a litter team now. He's gone. Second platoon can do orders down here, and this is the initiative. So the second platoon on their own initiative. Oh, I didn't do cleanup. Cleanup. Turn markers moved up to 8. The second platoon on his own initiative is going to get, he's going to just say, I'm going to end this. He's got 4 orders. What's the contact level? There's still a VOF there. Still a VOF here. Still a VOF here, so we're still engaged. How many orders did he get? 4? Let's see. So he is taking the bull by the horns. What he's going to do. First of all, he's going to move over here. Oh, no, I can't. I'm going to try to infiltrate up here. Draw 2 cards. I infiltrate. Okay. I'm going to tell these guys are going to keep fighting. I'm going to infiltrate into cover. I'm not exposed. Infiltrate into cover. Actually, foxholes is the same thing. Okay, so now I should have done a platoon thing, right? I should have brought these guys with me. I'm just going to do it. I'm probably going to regret it because now these guys have they have fire coming down here, but they have automatic weapons fire. They have automatic weapons fire coming in here. So let's move back here. I'm going to issue a platoon move. Oh, not him. I'm going to issue a platoon move to have all these guys that are connected to us. You know what? Nope. First, I'm going to tell the mortar can see to here. So I'm going to order the mortar team to open, or the mortar forward observer to open fire on this light machine gun team, because we can see right through the open fields here, right down this gully, and he's right at the end of the gully in those woods right there. We're going to get him. So, okay, draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Got it. Okay, you are under fire again, my friend, and you cannot see out. So this is off board, so this is -3. That's white phosphorus. So you cannot see out anymore. Isn't that right? Well, it doesn't matter because by the time... So now that was 1 order of the second platoon. You are close, so I can take you up here with me. I can take you up here with me and have you attempt to shoot a grenade in there. So we are going to grab the 2 of us. We're going to attempt to infiltrate up here onto this card with a VOF marker on it. And we're going to draw cards. First, does it matter who goes first? We'll say here, 1, 2. Under the 2 is a 1. So the first one that's drawing is the bazooka. And the bazooka is going to draw 2 cards and see if we get an infiltrate. There's 1 right there. So he successfully infiltrates into the cover. I guess I should specify that, before I move. Second platoon headquarters is going to try to infiltrate under the cover. Oh, that was... Oh, I needed 2 orders to infiltrate. But then I don't need to do any other orders for infiltration. So now the HQ is going to try to infiltrate. They successfully infiltrate under the cover. I should take their foxholes. Okay. So now I'm going to tell the anti-tank team, get a grenade on this guy. Get a grenade on this guy. So he's going to draw 2 cards because I think that's over here. We're going to look at state. We're going to look at state. Attempt to make a grenade attack. It's one order, 2 cards drawn. Any good order unit. Select either a stack under cover or a single unit out of cover as the target. We're going to pick that fire team. I'm going to order you to do that. We're going to draw 2 cards, and we're looking for a grenade marker up here. Got it. Wow. The game really wants me to end this game. I think this is just a grenade. It's not a critical hit, I don't think. I'm going to have to look that up. So now these stack. This guy's going to have a bad day. These stack right here, plus the air burst. It could be -3, -4. That's -7, -8. +3, that's -5. Plus the automatic weapons. No, automatic weapons don't count because these are the 2 biggest volume of fire markers. They don't stack with the volume of the automatic weapons. So let's go in and look and see if we can find out about grenades. Sorry for all the flashing stuff there. Let's look for grenade. Grenade. Hand grenades. Wait, no, it's not. It's a rocket. I remember this from earlier. It's a rocket launcher, 7.4. Oop, go back. So an anti-tank bazooka is a rocket launcher. I don't know why they have it under grenade. They could have R exclamation point. Light rocket launchers and recoilless rifles have a grenade VOF rating. Heavy mounted versions have a heavy weapons VOF. No rocket launcher or recoilless rifle may fire from a building, bunker, cave, or pillbox cover. HVOF units may conduct overhead fire, but cannot fire at all when marked with an exposed marker. Some types of rocket launchers enter play as asset counters on regular units and are expended as such when used, like Panzerfausts. Okay, so then tell me about I have a grenade rating. So is that what I use over here? Yeah, okay, grenade. Grenade attack refers to any attack from a G-rated weapon, which is what this is, VOF rating. It represents the use of hand grenades in close assault, but also where an explosive projectile is fired at the target, such as ranged grenade or rocket launchers, and even up to small caliber, slow-firing anti-tank guns. Close assaults are abstracted in fields of fire, but a grenade attack against units or vehicles on the same card represents closing with the enemy and using all available weapons, including hand grenades and bayonets, to clear the position. Grenade attacks are carried out according to the following rules. So this is, it's close, so that means the adjacent card. Attempt to make a grenade attack. Direct a grenade attack at one specific unit out of cover or a stack of units under a cover marker. Any infantry unit with a printed VOF rating may attempt to make a grenade attack against an enemy unit in the same card. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Any with a printed VOF. Okay. This does not use ammo, even if the unit is equipped with a ranged grenade attack capable weapon. Okay, so that's interesting. So when these guys were on the same marker, as this unit before it fell back, I could have used grenade attack against it. I didn't know that. Let's go back 5 turns and do that again. Sorry. Sometimes I'm watching. I've done stuff like that in this run through too. Like, did I do that? Well, let me go back and move these guys as a platoon move. But it's kind of funny because I mean, I'm not trying to game the game, or I'm not trying to I'm tired. I need to go to bed. I'm not trying to save scum type of thing. But even I kind of get tired of that. That's why I kind of want to finish this up. Is like, well, I know I've made mistakes. I know I've gone back and said, well, I'm going to move this guy here, but no, wait. And I move him and I expend an order. And then I'm like, no, let me do a platoon move for 2 orders instead of 1 order. I can move 1 guy. For a platoon move, 2 orders, I can move 4 guys, But even I get kind of tired of that. I'm like, oh, I'm tired of making these mistakes. With the GVOF rating and G tend to make it out to its printed range. Range going to follow cards PDF. If one exists, it cannot be made at all while using case of point blank combat. Otherwise, an attempt can be made at infantry target line of sight with a range. Draw 2 cards. We already did that. Grenade attack volume of fire value. What's rating 3 or 4 to use for each side. Those grenades are generally rated -4. Unlike other VOF, multiple grenade VOS can be placed on a single infantry target. The VOF value is cumulative. Total value of stacked VOF grenade markers should be taken into account when determining the lowest VOF to use in NCM calculations. I think did I draw 2 in a row? Cover markers? Or VOF markers? Grenade markers? No. So it's not a critical hit. So they said Americans generally are under -4. U.S. grenades are generally rated -4. But I'd have to come over here to see that. I'd have to go back to page 48. Does it tell me what the American grenades are? So now I need to go back to 34. So I think I'll just go with the -4 because that's what. Now I think they stack. Do grenade and mortar VOFs stack. Okay. I love these. Um, F3, grenade. Okay, grenade only applies to a single unit or all units under a single cover marker and is additive. Additive. How about cumulative to other grenade, volumes of fires, sniper, and incoming? Modifiers to VOF. These are always added to all of the VOF listed above. Grenade, miss, crossfire, concentrated fire. Under single cover marker. Okay, I think that is the case. So where am I? I'm down here. Second platoon is still issuing orders. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go, boys. We're all undercover. It's about as best as we can do. He's not going to be able to see out of here, so I think I'm going to order the second platoon to come out of cover. Actually, you know what? I am going to attempt to infiltrate over here. Leave these guys under the cover marker. All right, so we're going to attempt to infiltrate because I'm on a VOF marker. I want to come down here and tell this guy, stop shooting. Come on, boys. Draw a card. Draw a card. Nope. So I am exposed, but I'm still going to give an order. So that's one. But I'm still going to give an order to this card to stop firing. Just stop already. Okay, and then he's going to save 2 orders. Okay, now we're going to go down to general initiative, and hopefully we can get these guys to stop firing. If I can draw a good card. 1. Great. Sorry, I'm struggling with this cold. I gotta go to bed. Repack. You guys are gonna kill me, man. You guys are gonna kill me. Okay, I'm gonna tell this guy, since there's 2 of them in there, I'm gonna tell this guy, stop firing. You dopes. You guys are in here, man. Stop firing. I only drew one action though. You know, I probably could have adjusted it down here. But these are not modified. Unmodified initiative commands. They cannot be saved. Okay, so let's try to end this. Let's see, maybe this guy will just go off map. Enemies firing cards without valid targets. He is firing down through here. You are pinned, not undercover. Maybe that'll change things. You are pinned, not under cover. And draw 5. Are we going to draw a card? Look under 5. Under 5 says 4. Pinned, not under cover. 4 is rally. Great. Can't this guy just fall back off the map, please? Pinned, not under cover. He rallies. Of course he does. Not for long. Not for long. I got a lot of stuff going to be raining down on you here in just a second. You just wait right there, Mr. Machine Gun Guy. You just wait 1 second. Capture. Retreat. Any unpinned paralyzed team under VF marker. Retreat any unpinned litter team plus a casualty under VOF marker 1 card. No, not under VOF marker. And I take combat fire mission update. We're going to flip this guy. We're flipping this guy to incoming. This is going to be negative. So it says to add these. You add this to this. You add this to this. So this is going to be -8 plus 1. So it's going to be -7. It's going to be on the -4. Flip pending markers. No PC markers to resolve. Pin markers. Resolve any flame. Do we have any pin guys over here? Yeah. But he's under a VOF, so he can't remove his pin. Resolve, determine the net combat modifier. So net combat modifier is -8 plus 1, -7. So we're drawing a card for -4. It is a hit. This is a one-step team. Let's see what happens to it. Let's see if it becomes a casualty, maybe. It becomes a fire team. Guy just does not want to go away. He already is a fire team. He just stays a fire team. And nothing happens to him. He's got all kinds of stuff. This guy is just like 9 lives. 9 lives. I'm going to go to bed after this. I'm tired. I'm just kind of done with messing around with this. Because I got all this to mess around with over here. So I got +1 again. I got +1 for all these guys. Now I will bet you that most of these guys will break. They will break. They will run. They will get pinned. They are single step units, just like this one up here. This one, under grenade attack, under heavy mortar attack, survives. Survives. Nothing happened to him. He's good. I'm good. I'm good. Wait, he's a fire team. Oh, he is a fire team. He's a fire team with an assault weapon, and he's going to fire at my guys over here. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, first one, +1, is a hit. Result is a fire team. No, paralyzed. So now he goes from being a fire team to being paralyzed. Litter team. Litter team +1. That's a miss. Oh, wait. Wait a second. This should have been a miss. Why did I call it? +1 was a miss. This is a miss. So why did I call this a hit? No, wait. No, I had to go back 2. It was a hit, wasn't it? I go back 2. So that one was a miss. That one was a hit. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. Okay, this was a miss. A miss on the litter team. The litter team's still alive. He's going to get us out of this war. The single step mortar guy. He is a +1. And he is a miss. The pinned anti-tank guy, he's a +2. He's a +2, and he's still pinned, just like he was before. The assault team is a +1. They're pinned. And the artillery forward observer, he's a +1. He's hit. Yeah, he's hit, and he is a casualty. So I got no more forward observer for the next for the next step in the for the next step in the campaign. But guess what? This litter team can grab this guy, and he can transport him to safety. Okay, let's go back over here. Now let's come over here. He's firing right down the middle here. So only get a +1. +1, -1, +1. So these guys are on, they are a +1. Yeah, they're under -1 VOF. They're firing straight down the gully. So they only get the benefit of the +1 because all the fire is coming across the white line, the white border here. So +1, -1, +1, +2. No, wait, they're not in foxholes. +1, -1, +1. So they're +1. So we're going to do in order here. +1. The first one is a miss. Second one is a pin. Reshuffle. Third one is a pin. So pinned, pinned. That could have been worse. He can try to rally him next time, I think. All right, so evacuate casualty from cars destined for casualty. Yeah, so he can move. The litter team can grab this guy and move him down here. At least we're getting some casualties. 2 litter teams here. They can only use general initiative, though, because I don't have anybody to command them. Be nice if you just say, yeah, they're just going to go out and find casualties and bring them back, like over here and over here. Enemies firing cars without valid target, shift ceasefire. Defensive mission, move unresolved PC markers. Now see, enemies firing at cars without valid targets. Oh, you know what? That guy's not pinned. That guy's not pinned. None of them are pinned. Why? Because he can't see out of the woods because of incoming fire, all the smoke, dirt, dust, all that stuff. So this does not have an automatic weapons fire counter on it. It does have foxholes still. So yeah, it can't see out, so it can't fire. So I glad I remembered that. See, I don't know what this means here. Enemies firing at cards without valid targets. So basically he doesn't have a valid target. He doesn't have a valid target. He rallied. So next time he checks, he might go off the board. I don't know. Anyways, let's do cleanup. We're on turn 9, 10. These don't belong out here. I'm going to go back up here to here. Friendly command phase. He's paralyzed. Excuse me. Technically, this is not over with yet because I still have this guy and they want me to eliminate all the everybody on the cards. Okay, we cleaned up the grenade. That stays there. We cleaned up all the exposed, if there's any exposed. I got to try to get these guys. Stop firing at your own guys, please. But that's going to do it for me. This is actually going to come down here. I'm going to start it up here because I'm starting the turn. I haven't done anything yet. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Gonna go to bed. Stayed up too late, probably as it is. Did answer a few questions about things that were going on in the game. I think I'm getting a little bit, maybe a little bit better grasp of the game. As far as the most important thing, really, is just following this, just following the sequence of play. And every time a unit moves, a unit's revealed, you go step by step by step through putting down PDF markers, putting down the proper VOF markers, getting the placement of the enemy units correctly, tracking your orders one by one as they come up, as you do them. I'm going to have to do that one by one. I'm going to have to, okay, I did this, move him one. Go over here, do something, come back here. He expended another order, etc., etc. And just keep in mind all those things, like you can't infiltrate off of a card unless it's got a VOF marker on it, or the card you're trying to get into has a VOF marker on it. Just certain things you can't do. I need to learn more about the rules on placing packages. Like over here, was there only one incoming available? Because I destroyed 2 machine guns. The first machine gun I destroyed meant that I could no longer put down a machine gun package because I only had two machine guns were on the board, and I could no longer put a machine gun package down because one had been destroyed. So that's this one. That's earlier than that. I had two foxholes. I had two machine guns. I still had one machine gun team that could be placed, but I didn't have any more foxholes. I couldn't put the machine. I couldn't put down package number 2. I couldn't put down package number 4. Um, I then when my all 3 machine guns were on the board, I couldn't put down package 2, 3, or 6. So yeah, I mean, and then this one, there's no spotter for it. So does that mean every time I needed to do a package? I did. This came down twice. I did reuse this one time, even though there's only one counter there. So I thought, well, there's only one counter. That means you use it, it's expended, and that's it. The Germans had one incoming artillery barrage, and that's it. When it was done, it was done. I don't know. It says respect the counter mix, redraw if there's not enough counters in place. Yeah, so I don't know. Seems to me respect the counter mix, meaning these are the counters you get to use, and if you use this counter, it's used. They get one artillery call, and that's it. They could have said here one incoming VOF to be flipped and reused as a pending VOF. I don't know. So yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for me. I'm gonna save this. Let's see. This is what, turn 9. Save and load. This one. Save game. This is going to be Fields of Fire. FOF. This is CAC. Run 2. PCS. Turn 9. Save. It said turn marker moved 1 turn. Turn marker moved 1 turn. I don't know about that. Okay. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thanks for watching tonight. I don't know if I said this earlier today when I signed off, but I do like to say when I do sign off, wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. And I think I might try to finish this one up maybe tomorrow. We'll see. My daughter's off school tomorrow, so I may not be on at all. Maybe tomorrow night. But I think I'm going to go back when I'm done with this one. I'm going to go back to Vassal. I think I like Vassal's setup a little bit better. There's pros and cons to both of them. But yeah, we'll see. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.